Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today you guys are gonna be like, what? I have grilled cheese. For those of you who have watched my prior videos, you may recall that I don't like cheese. I'm very particular about the cheese that I like. This is one of the cheeses I really enjoy. I like artificial cheese, like cheese that stays melted, and or brie. I love brie. It's one of my favorite cheeses. So when I went on Postmates today, you guys know I'm either using Seamless or Postmates. Today was free delivery. It's super random. I get notifications for free delivery, and I take that opportunity to bring you guys food I can't get on Seamless. This grilled cheese is from a place, Meltcraft. You may be familiar with it. I believe there are several locations in New York City, but it's brie, caramelized onions, like cranberry sauce, I believe. And of course, with any grilled cheese, you should have soup. So I have here tomato soup, and Emma's purring on the side here as well. And it is noon on a work day. I have some meetings later on, but I figured that I could sit and eat for you guys. There is going to be a lot of traffic, but you guys are okay with that, right? So I have my carrots, because you guys know it's my resolution to incorporate more vegetables into my diet. But more importantly, I have kettle cooked chips, which I wasn't expecting actually. So these are sea salt. I happen to love, actually I'll just show you. I'll show you in a favorites chip video. But you can't go wrong with chips, I feel like. Okay guys, so let's see. My Postmates person got lost, so probably not melted anymore, but I'm sure it's still delicious. So buttery, I can already tell. It smells amazing. It smells so good. I love the smell of brie. And Emma's dying because she loves buttered carbs. Okay. Pine nuts too. Let's give Emma some cheese. I believe that's on brioche. And this is looks like a rustic tomato soup. Very savory. Damn. That's some good shit. Wow. So good. There's a truck coming down the main road. Sorry. Is that serving size of chips? I definitely need to reevaluate what I think is a serving size in my head, clearly. I can't give Emma too much more. I don't want it to have touched the onion because cats can't have onion. I don't know why. So, I think the number one question I get, and the number one request I get, is to talk about medicine in some capacity, talk about medical school, talk about my residency, which is coming to an end. If you guys follow my vlogs, you would know that I accepted a full-time position in New York City. Which is amazing. I feel very blessed and lucky to have just like really supportive people in my life. So you guys have asked what I do in medicine, and you guys know I share everything with you guys. I would share that with you, but I don't know if my social media were to get out there, that my future employers would find an issue with that, with professionalism. I don't know. Trust me, if I were doing plastics or if I were doing procedures, I would let you guys know. I would definitely let you guys know. But I don't do that. I think eventually I'll get to a point where I kind of know that it's okay to reveal exactly what I do. Some of you have guessed. You may have guessed correctly. Okay. So, and the reason why I haven't really talked about medicine or med school in the past is because I find it to be so boring. I'm someone who easily becomes jaded by things. The allure of things kind of don't really keep my attention very long. It's not very glamorous. At least I don't feel it is. You know, things just become ordinary to me very quickly, for good or for bad. But let's start talking about it. I applied to medical school through high school. My mom was really insistent on me finding a profession in healthcare. And at the time, I was really resistant to that because I do need creative outlets, which is essentially what this is and what my Instagram is. The beauty, the eating videos. I love that. I love the editing process. Like, I needed a creative outlet, and I just didn't feel like medicine would afford that to me. So at the time, I was kind of, despite doing really well in school, and taking it very seriously and applying and beasting the interviews, obviously, I didn't know if it was for me. I was just kind of going with it. And I don't think many people know what medicine entails until you get into your clerkships and you're actually in the hospital, which happens around the second or third year of medical school. I don't think you can really have a concept unless your parent or close family member or friend is a physician. I don't think you really can grasp what it entails to be a physician. So I went through the motions of it. I feel really fortunate. I feel really fortunate to have been accepted into a dual bachelor's MD program. So my undergrad was cut short by a year. And then I did 4 years of medical school. And I don't regret losing a year of undergrad. I think I saved money. I'm coming out with a career and a job a year earlier. I think it's fine. Would I go back to medical school? I've kind of suppressed it. It's kind of all blur. Medical school is essentially a bubble. While your friends have graduated from undergrad, have gone on to jobs, have a salary, have flexibility in their schedules, and financial flexibility and freedom. You don't have that. Of course, it's an investment. So coming out at 28 now, I'll be 29 when I start. As an attending, I obviously am in a great place, but just remember it is a compromise. I always say that I gave up my youth for medicine, and usually that's when I'm treating myself. If I'm like going to treat myself today, I'm going to get a Cinnabon today. I gave up my youth for medicine. I'm so stupid. Wicked. So much happened before Dorothy dropped in. But yeah, the first 2 years for me, although the curriculums have been changing nationwide, lectures essentially, anatomy lab, tests. So you would have a test, party that weekend, kind of give yourself a break for the next week, going to lectures but not really studying. Then you would study for 2 weeks, test, party. You know, people had vices. Mine was ice cream. And just over and over again. And then when you do the clerkships, that's when you get an opportunity to wear your short little white coat, to go into the hospitals and then go into the outpatient setting. And learn medicine and interact with patients. And it was during those years that I felt like medicine may not have been my calling, but I'm happy to do it. I feel privileged to do it. To a certain extent, I can be a people person. More so, I feel very fortunate, lucky, privileged to be able to help people at their worst, right? People come to the hospital at their worst. Whether they're your patient or they're their family or their friends, you're seeing people at their worst, and you can have an impression, make an impression on their lives. in a huge way. And I think about that all the time. It's also survival. Like, there's sometimes you just have a tough day, tough week, tough month, tough year. Residency was really, really difficult. You're trying to suppress all these negative feelings and you're trying to just make it. And one way that you can do that is by remembering the lasting impression you will have on a person and their family members. It's very weighty. I feel, again, I have to remind myself how amazing that is, because it is very, very amazing. It's a huge responsibility and I don't take that for granted. You know, in comparison to the layperson who never sees medicine, I have seen such terrible things. You know, there are obviously other professions that can say the same thing, whether you're in law enforcement or in the military. And I don't really know what that means to me anymore. Sometimes I wonder like what my life would be or would have been if I just had a 9 to 5. Didn't have to work nights, didn't have to work weekends. I don't know. I'm full. I'm so petite. But yeah, that's a little summary. Very excited for my future. Actually might want to get into like cosmetic procedures. I think it just makes sense for me in the future. And if you guys have any particular questions, actually, I feel like my engagement is going up with Snapchat. I'm trying to be more active on Snapchat. I think Snapchat is the best forum for Q&A, and some of you have asked. So I will leave my Snapchat below. It's the same as Andrew's Off Day. I think what we'll maybe move towards is a Q&A where I can snap out to you guys that I'm going to be filming a Q&A, and then you guys can snap me questions, which I think is cool. I always love that. So maybe I can like show you guys if you would like that, and answer questions that maybe pertain to medicine or anything else. Also, I am wearing makeup. You guys are so sweet, always complimenting me. My bare face is my complexion is a little less even. I'm wearing the MAC Next to Nothing, the liquid and the powder. I'm wearing my Becca Watermelon Moonstone Souffle thing. On my lips, I just have a YSL tinted oil. And that's that. Curled my lashes, no mascara. And that's my day. Yeah, man. So guys, that's that. I hope you enjoyed a little banter today. As per usual, I would love to hear requests, what you guys would like to see me eating. Always love hearing what you thought of the video. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you very, very soon.